I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about Jack White calls out disgusting Joe Rogan, Guy Fieri, Mark Wahlberg, and Mel Gibson over Donald Trump photos. On Saturday evening, Donald Trump stopped by a UFC fight at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas and was spotted talking to a number of other notable attendees, including Joe Rogan, Guy Fieri, Mark Wahlberg, and Mel Gibson. Jack White took to his Instagram to call out those who interacted with Trump at the event. Just interacting, that's anybody. And this is what Jack White says. Anybody who normalize or treats this disgusting fascist, he's a fascist, racist, con man, disgusting, again, piece of shit, Donald Trump, with any level of respect is also disgusting also disgusting in my book. Wow. Jack White wrote in his post, accompanied by a slideshow of images from the event. Now, that's you, Joe Rogan, you, Mel Gibson, you, Mark Wahlberg, and you, Guy Fieri. This is a statement from me, not a discussion / debate. Well, okay, well, I guess the story ends right there. Personally, I wouldn't call people who who interact with Trump disgusting. I am a fan of MMA, right? I'm definitely not going to be sitting down or putting up a photo of me shaking hands with Donald Trump, pointing at him with a big smile on my face. That's a no. I would have to skip that. But I mean, if we were just talking MMA and you asked me a question about MMA, I would answer the question and interact with him just like a normal person would. I believe Kid Rock a few months ago said that he would sit down with Obama and have a drink with Obama, even though they totally disagree politically. So, I'm not Trump's biggest fan. I wouldn't be taking a photo with Trump and stuff like that. But if I ran into Trump at a UFC event or at a basketball game, a sports game, or an MMA event, right? And if we were just talking about MMA stuff, I would answer the question. We would just shoot the shit. But I personally don't think these people are disgusting for just interacting with Donald Trump. I don't know the political leanings of Joe Rogan and Guy Fieri and Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson. I don't know if they're all Trump voters. I'm pretty sure people in the comments are going to get mad at me about that. I don't follow that stuff that closely. But, if they are Trump supporters, there's a lot of Trump supporters in America, right? There's a lot of Trump supporters in America. There's a lot of Trump supporters in the MMA community. There's a lot of Trump supporters here in the city that I live in, Las Vegas. So if I chose to just treat everybody like, well, you know what? We totally disagree, so we can't even communicate or interact at all because politically we disagree. Respectfully, that wouldn't be America, right? This is America, right? You could politically disagree with someone 100%, but sit down, have a beer, and talk sports with them. I hope we could still live in a country like that, right? I personally don't think these people are disgusting for interacting with Trump or shaking hands with Trump or putting photos up of them smiling with Trump. Even though I disagree with their political leanings, it's at a UFC event in Las Vegas. Everybody's just, they're all there for, this is not a political rally. Political rally, that's a different subject. They just had a sporting event. They all, I guess, have a same love affair with MMA, with the UFC. So like I said, I don't sit there and question, what political side you lean on before interacting with someone. When it comes to sports, I'm pretty sure a lot of people I follow on Twitter, I'm pretty sure a lot of my friends in real life, like I said, I live here in Las Vegas. There are a lot of people who, we disagree with politically, but we interact with in real life. And it's just not that big of a deal. We could disagree politically, but, if you want to talk sports with me, we could talk sports. If you want to talk something else, the weather, right? If you want to talk about Las Vegas, if you want to talk about the Strip, if you want to talk about drinking or weed, right? We could still talk about that stuff and not talk about political disagreements and things like that. But let me know your opinion of this story. Like I said, this is just Jack White's opinion, so I'm not gonna drag him for saying that he thinks Guy Fieri, Joe Rogan, Mark Wahlberg, and Mel Gibson are disgusting for interacting and quote unquote normalizing Donald Trump. But I personally I don't think they're disgusting. I wouldn't say that they're disgusting. I disagree with some of their political opinions, as do they with me. But if we're at a UFC event, in Las Vegas, I'm personally not going to say, hey, before I interact with you, whoever you are, right? We already know where Trump stands on many of these issues. I get that. But you know what I'm saying? If we're just at a UFC event, a sporting event, sometimes I just want to shoot the shit with someone and not find out every political vote they've ever taken in life before I interact with them. But that's just my opinion. Let me know your opinion of this story. Would you interact with Donald Trump? Would you shake his hand and put a photo up of you smiling with Trump? Or do you agree with Jack White that, anyone who does that is disgusting? I'm Jason. The world is yours. Today we had a story about Jack White calls out disgusting Joe Rogan, Guy Fieri, Mark Wahlberg, and Mel Gibson over Donald Trump photos at a UFC event. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button, and please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.